Buondì a tutti, continuiamo con Outer Worlds, tra l'altro finalmente si sa la data del 2, 29 ottobre. Ottobre punterò intanto a prendermi prima Ghost of Tsushima, sì, questo Yotei, però poi primi di novembre prenderò probabile anche Outer Worlds perché mi interessa un botto. Come gameplay pare una figata, ancora più di questo sembra molto più frenetico. E comunque c'è da dire che questo, mo che lo sto rigiocando, il gameplay è bello ad esempio. Il combat, incredibile come Bethesda non riesce a fare dei giochi così, per quanto mi riguarda. Cioè, il gameplay di questo è divertente, i combat system dei giochi Bethesda, non so come Starfield, però da quello che ho capito non è neanche tutto sto eccezionale, quindi boh. Sì, diciamo per quanto belli Skyrim, gli Elder Scrolls, i Fallout belli, però Bethesda penso che sono uno di quelli che pensa che sia molto sopravvalutata, diciamoci. Comunque adesso c'è da finire la quest di... Ma siete già respawnati?
Quick! Everyone all right?
Cioè, i giochi Bethesda hanno il loro fascino, però sì, veramente. Sono dei giochi abbastanza mediocri, poi se uno va a fare un'analisi un po'. Ah, ieri dai, non avevo esplorato qua sopra. No, no, tu nell'angolino è caldo. No, non avevo esplorato qua su, infatti. Qua sì. Ah, però mi ero perso roba, guarda. Sì, i caricamenti non li hanno migliorati. Su PS4 erano così lenti, cioè erano ancora più lenti che nel dubbio. Chi si ricorda? Ah, prima di andare avanti con la trama, adesso aspettiamo un attimo, vado a fare la quest del vicario Max, direi. Così, poi dopo c'è solo quelle di trama di sta zona. Avevo disabilitato tutti i robot. Li avevo disabilitati, gli ho detto che si devono sparare tra loro.
What's eating you?
Cioè, anche graficamente rispetto ai giochi Bethesda è una mina. Guarda i dettagli qua dentro, tipo... Ho fatto pian colpo, madonna. Devo tagliarsi i capelli, madonna. Poi, finché si tratta di qualche centinaio di metri, ci metto meno ad andare a piedi, va. Che può caricamento.
Any luck finding one of those manuals? No kidding. Really? Well, which one? Look at that. Building a computing machine at... In fact, I put aside some... Well, don't keep me in suspense. Ain't that just ironical? If I'd... 2 whole data pads? Well, don't keep me in... The geothermal plant? Now that is just incredible. That's a complete set. All 3 parts. Aside from you, Miss Parvati, I swear, I'll do you proud.
I'm glad we could help, Thomas.
I've been saving something for you.
Dov'è che vuole che vado lui? Comunque le mappe poi se non erano neanche giganti, per fortuna. Poi ieri mi sa avevo guardato tutto. tizio è un genio a tenersi di fianco chiunque ha lasciato qua il manuale, lasciare anche delle cose per scassinare di fianco.
Any progress on that matter we discussed? Wonderful. This is fantastic. Well worth all the sacrifices I... Wait. What the fuck is this? Is this French? I can't fucking read French. It's a law-forsaken joke is what it is. French. Ha! I was so high and mighty, preaching to the yokels about following the plan, while fighting it at every turn. Overreacting? Do you have any idea how many years I spent in...
Mica è colpa mia se è in francese. Tu mi hai detto di
You
trovarlo.
couldn't possibly know, could you? I've spent my life searching for the keys to unlocking the secrets of the universal equation that underlies the plan. I had hoped this book held some of those answers. I became so desperate, I even got myself assigned to this plague-ridden backwater to find the damn thing. All the time and suffering I've spent. Wasted. Please. As if my life should have no greater meaning than proselytizing to a bunch of feeble-minded wretches. Nothing could be more excruciating than discussing the true nature of reality with people who have no interest beyond their next Aetherwave program. But that's neither here nor there. What I need to do now is to find a translator, obviously. But to do that, I'll first need to secure transport. You have a ship. Perhaps I could make myself of use to your crew. Certainly. I already gave you most of my money, but I can offer you free spiritual counseling, and I'd be happy to watch your back. I'm pretty handy with a toss-ball stick, or any blunt instrument, really. I'm also a passable gun... Oh, I'm... Fantastic. Let me get my things in order, and I'll catch up with you.
Edgewater's gonna miss you. Folk here always had good things to say about their vicar.
Thank you, Ms. Holcomb. I'll be glad for the change of scenery, and to leave this place behind. I shall see you on the ship, Captain, whenever you're ready to leave Emerald Vale.
Ok, quindi qua l'ho finita, mo lui mi dovrebbe seguire dopo. Ah, regione. E dai, oh però madonna, sta cosa, se c'è il signore... Oh. Ma quando non sanno fare ste cose nelle mappe che ti mettono il segnalino di fianco, una qualsiasi cosa e P tutto tranne il viaggio rapido, di solito, sempre così va. Adesso, bye bye lungacqua, vi levo via l'indirizzo l'energia al centro botanico, che è la scelta migliore per quanto mi riguarda. A sto giro vorrei far bene anche quella tra i... come cavolo si chiamano, le due sette, cioè la setta e la cosa, quella... mo vabbè dopo mi ricorderò i nomi quando li vedo. Mi salvava prima della scelta.
Three switches. That'll be easy enough.
Beh sì, mo che ho disattivato tutti, cioè che i robot non mi attaccano, anzi mi sa che li ho pure disattivati perché te lo vedo tutti spenti.
Two more. What'll happen to
Però
Miss
qualcuno
McDevitt's folk
stile c'è.
if we send power to the Vale? Mind the steam. You're
Me li avevo
liable to get
disattivati
scalded.
io loro.
Wow, not even a scratch. Nice one. One to go. If we send the power to Miss McDevitt, what happens to the Vale?
Ah, là sopra.
Celeste, I'm not sure what the ride is. Alls I know is the decision's final.
Come la decisione è presa? No, il cazzo è presa.
Once we do this, there's no going... Hey, mister? Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you. Do you understand what you're about to do?
Sì, fanculo lungacqua.
I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. That just sort of came out all at once. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. There's barely enough Saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how. They don't deserve to be punished. Miss McDevitt's built something beautiful. Somehow she's talked the ground into giving life again. It's plain to see she's made the Vale a better place. Fed the hungry, tended the sick. Gave a home to those that had none. but Miss McDevitt delights in Edgewater's suffering. She wants to hurt the town. Do you really want to be party to that kind of hatred? Sorry, I didn't mean to babble on like that. I felt like I had to
Forse
say
mi
something.
conviene lasciarla lei, poi posso cambiare. Non ti stavo
Really?
prestando attenzione.
I mean, wow. Thanks. No one's ever told me those words in that order.
Allora, salviamo qua che nel caso gliela lascio a lungacqua, però poi mi sa che il tizio lo posso far andare via allora. Qua non c'ero entrato. Quanto visto sulle balle da 1 a 10? No, mi adorano sempre, quindi sti cazzi. Ciao Azza. Sabato ero in giro forse perché me lo sono recuperato poi dopo che mi sono visto solo gli annunci che mi interessavano. Boh, il Future Game Show devo dire, a parte 2 o 3 giochi, tipo ce n'è stato uno di Blue Mouse alla fine, quello che pare Bioshock Horror, non è che mi ha gasato tantissimo. Infatti sì, tra gli eventi è stato quello un po' più scarso. Però quello di Xbox, madonna, tanta roba. Poi esce quasi tutto anche su PS5. Infatti Outer Worlds sapevo che c'era la presentazione ieri e siccome da un po' volevo rigiocarlo perché non mi ricordo niente, l'ho giocato 4 anni fa, ho detto me lo rinizio. Sì, anche l'ultimo che hanno fatto vedere, l'annuncio quello Ritual Tides, ma ti pare che hanno fatto vedere un trailer di 20-30 secondi senza gameplay, senza niente, ed era l'annuncio principale, ma che cavolo. Cioè, hanno presentato, io so gasatissimo il prossimo A Plague Tale. Poi hanno presentato un gioco di Game Freak che la mia domanda è, ma quindi Pokémon gliel'hanno... che è incredibile graficamente. Cioè, quindi Pokémon è Nintendo che gli rompe le palle per farli uscire rushati a sto punto, perché boh... mi
That's
pare
the
un po'
thing about
incazzato.
growing old. Your eyes start to fail. Elsewise, I would have seen you for the snake that you are.
No, mo
Chopped you
29
into
ottobre
pieces
esce il
and
seguito di
roasted you
Outer
on a
Worlds, quello me lo
spit.
giocherò sicuro.
This is all you're doing. Cutting off my power, killing off my garden.
Sì, ma mo
Without
ho detto
refrigeration, my
iniziamo
food
l'altro
will
tipo.
spoil, and my flock will starve. I want to ask you this in private, away from the eyes of my flock, so they do not see me lose my temper. Tell me, why did you do it?
Ma infatti a me mi ha stupito quando ho letto Game Freak, ho detto ma che cavolo... Che poi è un Souls-like, tra l'altro.
You killed my garden, destroyed my community, sentenced my flock to a lifetime of slavery in Edgewater for a power regulator.
Avevo
Well,
fatto la scelta
shit, I
giusta.
wish it was personal. Go talk to Grace and Thomas. Look them in the eye and tell them their life here is over, and the only thing left to do is go back to Edgewater. This is now your responsibility. And you tell Reed Thompson that I will never return to Edgewater. I would rather die among my flowers than live under his management. You offering to cross
Ecco,
Reed
potevo
off,
farla
huh?
sta scelta.
This some sort of twisted reparation for what you've done? Or are you just looking for a chance to sow some chaos? Kill Reed if you must, or talk him into leaving if you can. He and I are not sharing the same four walls together. Tell Reed that I can make his people healthy again. I can end their plague. Start a new garden right in the cannery. 3 square meals for every man and woman in Edgewater. Tell him how I've made the Vale bloom again. The soil has whispered its secrets to me, and I alone know how to breathe life back into the earth. The secret is human corpses. I've been grinding them up
questa
in my
cosa non me la
fertilizer for
ricordavo.
years. Marauder, worker, don't matter much to me.
Ah, ok, ok.
The human body is rich with nutrients. I have got a means to cure the plague, and I will not share that cure until Reed leaves town. Those are my terms. My son worked in that cannery. When the plagues, we had a store of medicine locked away, but Reed refused to share it. Said my boy didn't deserve treatment. So I buried my boy in the cemetery, gathered...
Everybody keeps staring at me. I've been thinking about going back. I get sick thinking about working at the... You know something? I think you're right. I could do a lot of good in Edgewater. Maybe even keep a garage of my own with a little work. It's just... You know where to find...
I don't know what you did. The matter spit. Zoe came back, but I couldn't keep her from slipping up. I don't see us lasting more than a couple of weeks out here. Listen, we go back to Reed. Sure.
Cavolo. Chi devo dire ancora a lei?
Look at that.
Questa che incazzata che mi chiama serpente. Mo te lo caccio, Reed, va tranquilla. Con fuori voi morite male, se no.
This is a fine day, friend. Power flows through our town like a cool stream of water. I trust Adelaide's people have seen their way to reason. So, when can I expect them back at their posts? Then we are at an impasse. Stewardship over this town has been entrusted to me by Spacer's Choice. I am not perfect. I have made my share of mistakes. But I have done my best for this
Mi
town.
pare che stai qua sto schiavizzando gli altri.
I am a Spacer's Choice man. My father was a Spacer's Choice man. Edgewater may not look like much to some buttoned-up freelancer, but it is my home. I don't believe you. Plague's a reality of life. Best treatment is a good work ethic. You are disparaging our parent company, and it is not appreciated. We are a Spacer's Choice Saltuna cannery. We eat Saltuna here, and only Saltuna. I don't understand. You say Adelaide's growing her own food, but that should not be possible. The soil's gone sour. company said as much. Our own botanists couldn't grow decent crops for us, so the company got rid of them and shut down the greenhouse. You'll excuse me for being skeptical. How exactly is Adelaide growing crops in barren soil? If Adelaide's found a way to feed her people and cure the plague, then she deserves this office more than I do. I won't stand in her way. My life here is ended. Give me a little time to settle my affairs. I'm sure Adelaide will be glad to see the back of me. A couple months ago, I might have put in for a transfer. It's a big colony. No such thing as an honorable resignation. Suppose I could find a place outside. I do. Adelaide's found a cure for the... I have always tried to...
I think you did the rightest thing you could sending the power back to Edgewater. A lot of people would have suffered otherwise. People I care for. Even if they don't care much for me. That's on account of how I never met her. I don't write. She was in another division of the Spacer's Choice. Her contract said any kids she had, expected or not, belonged to her office. Well, I don't know about normal. It's sensible. Dad just fixed machines. She did some kind of...
Allora.
Look at that. The snake's come back.
La smetti?
I never thought I'd see the day that Reed Thompson abandoned his post. Suppose we all have a breaking point. Suppose it's time our flock made our way back to Edgewater. We must tend to what remains of the town and carry on with our lives as best we may. You're vexing to me, you know? Injuring us with one hand, helping us with the other. Here, I'm giving you something to leave us be. It's a ransom, you understand, not a reward. You're telling me you did all this just to put me in charge of Edgewater? Stranger, you are some kind of twisted. I might turn that old cannery into a garden. Got ourselves a whole cemetery bursting with bodies. I need some time to gather my personals. Long walk back to Edgewater. Got a considerable burden to carry.
Allora, mettiamo sempre 1 e 1. Devo aumentare la durabilità dell'arma però. Qua cos'è che... Ah vabbè, non niente.
Is this your ship? Oh my stars, she is just so handsome! Does she have a name yet? What's her drive model? Oh, gosh. Listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship. Working on a real engine. Belonging to a proper crew. I'm the only decent mechanic Edgewater's got, but every time I think of going back, I get this sinking feeling. Well, it's kind of you to say that. And you're right. I wasn't happy. I want to ask you something, and you can say no. But can I come with you? I could tend to your engine. I know my G-valves from my catalyzers, and I can keep your ship singing. And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can do that too. What do you think? Yes! I mean, thanks. You won't regret this, mister. Captain. I can call you Captain now. Ha! I got a captain.
Ah, ecco, tu sei qui quindi.
Well, I certainly am looking forward to flying on a ship named the Unreliable. I'll just head upstairs and claim a room. Yes, you caught me ruminating. What's occupying your thoughts? I've been thinking on that. There's a former infamous philosopher scholar who fled Terra 2 some years ago. He's an expert on Bakonu. He's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald Vale. If anyone in this colony could translate that book, it would be him. That's a good question. We should start on the Groundbreaker. It's where I'd go if I wanted to get off Terra 2. Great place to pick up a ride to Hephaestus, Scylla, even Monarch. All I need is access to a data cartridge from the security terminal. Their easily hackable system keeps a registry of all crew manifests for both arrivals and departures. I'll comb the last 6 months of departure manifests to track the Philosophist's off-world destination.
Arrivo.
Thank you, Captain.
That was a good thing you did, Captain. Helping to break... You mean about the mission being too clean? Sorry. I know, it's none of my business. It's not like I think it a failing, mind. It's just I live right across the road. Most, when they come in here, they might be happy. When they leave, they're mad at themselves. Maybe so. There was a kind of... Not intent. I've always been good with my hands, right? So I did my thing. It's not funny. Right about then, a bunch of loaders came rolling in the gate, and Mr. Thompson was up on the porch making a speech about how everyone would have to volunteer a third shift. Anyhow, you ever seen an auto loader run over a... Oh, sure. I know, but real machine? The machine Vickers sees is one ain't never been... I think there's something higher and greater than us.
Captain, I have detected that Edgewater's power supply is now optimal. What can I do for you, Captain? Do you know how to install a power regulator? Outstanding, Captain. Your aptitude for engineering will prove invaluable in the event of another catastrophic engine failure. Our engine room is located behind you. Across the cargo bay, Up the ladders. What can I do for you, Captain? All systems are operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the Unreliable into low-altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities.
Allora. Dai, primo pianeta intanto per ora ho finito, poi magari più avanti qualcos'altro te lo sblocca qua, però per ora.
We have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Aha, there you are. Hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the Unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any, unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you.
Nel senso, se mi stavo pisciando sotto.
Oh, that, yes, that's probably permanent. I wouldn't worry about it, though. I'm sure you're fine. What you
Ma il
saw in
personaggio nel
Emerald
2 sarà
Vale
lo
is happening
stesso o
all
sarà un
across the
personaggio
colony.
nuovo?
Food
Quello che ti
shortages,
fai sarà
lack of
nuovo?
supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Kilkelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay. Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design. Cutting-edge technology, years ahead of its time. I call it the Holographic Shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters. Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to Stellar Bay. If you have any questions, come see me in my lab. And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power, but it's a lie. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your navigation terminal.
Allora, fammi vedere adesso la reputazione. Ok, è finita anche.
The Groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark.
Can we talk? Hey, Captain? I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson? I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff. Thanks, Captain. I'll be sure to make it worth your time. Did you want to talk about something else? Captain. Hey, Captain. I'm in space.
That's not the point. This halfwit just knocked out one of my workers.
Yeah, with a tossball stick, I heard.
Hey, no offense, but I don't think this walking Saltunican's gonna appreciate you interrupting.
Keep talking, Millstone. See what
Ah,
happens.
lui mi sa che potevo pure
Now's not a
reclutare.
good time. I'm dealing with a problem here.
So, go space yourself. Problem solved.
You must really want a truncheon through your teeth. Do what you want. I'm done here.
Whatever you heard, it's all true. I had this foreman, right? Guy never liked me, always trying to get a rise out of me. But I keep my chin up, right? Be the bigger man, I tell myself. He's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night, my foreman comes swaggering up with his head full of boasting. Exactly. I was only doing what any self-respecting Rangers fan would have done. Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's some sky-high foreman, and I'm just a back bay's dock worker. Well, former dock worker. Guess I just tendered my resignation. Enjoy my freedom. Scrounged together enough bits for a 0G. Other than that, can't say as I do. Hey, not for nothing, but I saw you wander out of that ship over there by the dock. Wouldn't happen to be yours, would it? So your ship's got a dark and violent history? This is just too perfect. Hey, I don't want to talk your ears off, guessing you got places to be. I appreciate your time. Felix Millstone. Pleased to make your acquaintance. See you around, boss. Going for a stroll around the docking base?
Move along.
Got it. Inside voices.
Come si chiama? Ah no,
I
scaricatrice
had
per
the ears for whiskey and darts. In that order.
Da un po' che non salvo.
So far as you know, I'm not drinking on duty.
E mi fai salire qua sopra per cosa? Per niente. Ah, non ho preso il velo, giusto.
You're back. Not that I missed you. I assure you, I am not capable of such emotional capacity. Just to warn you, we may have a bedbug infestation. I am investigating non-toxic extermination measures. Non-toxic to you, I mean.
Allora, questa è... ok, quest compagno, quella sua.
Hey, that pad down there, with the lights off, there are people
Ma lui quindi
unloading
per
shit.
ora non mi dice nient'altro.
Probably another sublight contract haul.
Customs and inspection, right this way. Identification, please. You've got a ship, but you've never visited Groundbreaker. You must have just dusted off from one of those dirt-side outposts.
Sure did. And now we're in space.
Well, welcome to Groundbreaker. I'm sorry to tell you this, but I'm about to ruin your day. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
Forse era meglio se gli dicevo che ero Hawthorne.
You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on Groundbreaker. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantium commode. You can't miss it. Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations. If I had to take a guess as to why, you must have riled up someone important. You take the starch out of them, well, you won't hear any complaints from me. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor? Wanda Dorset over in sickbay, tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it. Much appreciated. Is there anything else I can help you with? The fence. You'll find her in the rest and go, on your left when you enter the promenade. Make sure you bring an empty belly. Maybe. Most of the shipping traffic in the system passes through Groundbreaker. Every couple of months, we even get a big interstellar freighter. 2 biggest operations are the board. That is, Halcyon Holdings and Sublight Salvage. But there are independent operators around the promenade deck. Most of those jobs are going to take you off station, though. Commandant Sanita might have a couple of folks she needs killed. Bad folks, I mean. Not regular folks. She'll be at the security desk behind me. Chief Junlei might have an errand needs running. She's all tied up trying to fix our heat problem. You'll find her in engineering.
No kidding? I'd love to get a look at this old girl's innards. I bet they're real twisty and weird. In a good way.
Happy to help. That's my job, after all.
You're real good at it, too.
Well, thank you, miss. It's nice to be recognized. Yep. All right. Be seeing you.
Ha detto che la tizia dovrebbe stare... Chi è questa?
Unless you're here to file an incident report or to inquire about the bounty posting, I must kindly ask you to clear out. The Mardet's offices aren't for leisure time nor loitering. Got a hot one for you. Captain Gunnar McRed. Just 26 hours old.
Sì, non
The
sono
posting, that is,
scemo.
not the criminal. Allegations include several counts of flying under the influence, carrying open alcoholic containers, failure to pay docking fees, resisting arrest, and assaulting not 1 but 2 officers. Swerving in the air was more like it. Then he crashed hard into the dock and tumbled out of his ship and fled on foot. Spilled Rizzo's Violet Spectrum vodka all over Officer Hartley. An affront of its own, considering none of us are approved for anything higher than green spectrum. Last tip we got pointed toward the back bays. You want the reward? Do the legwork. You and about 6 other enterprising mavericks. It's only a matter of time before someone brings me McRed's head, or his lucky lighter, as proof of kill. I do hope you're the lucky hunter, though. Good luck and skip speed to you.
Perché tu sei là dietro, scusa?
Hi there. What can groundbreak... Chief Tennyson don't generally hire outsiders for station jobs, but you could try asking at Sublight Salvage. They got an office on the far end of the promenade deck. Anything else I can help you with, mister? This is the secure... If you're here to report a... I'm not so good at filing. Mix up first name and surname 1, 2, 7 times. Well, folks are liable to start taking your filing privileges away. We can't just let anyone walk in here. Maybe if you clear an open bounty and... All right, I guess. In and out, though. Just try not to do any shady stuff. I'd like to keep my job.
I picked up this one coming from Monarch.
Here we go again.
Bella lì. Fammi salvare dopo sta cosa che ho fatto senza save, tra l'altro. Comunque mi è piaciuto quando è finito il dialogo e c'era Parvati là dietro, scusa, come? Aspetta, arrivo. Troppa gente qua. Come ci ho messo i soldi? Beh dai, 7.000.
Windows lemon slap. Slap your whole family tonight.
Seeking relief from the heat? Till June Lay gets those radiators fixed, I've got the next best thing. Stellar Bay proper? Tough to... It's overrun with beasts, I heard. Big ones. Kinda chew your face off for fun. Might all be bored propaganda, though. If you're aiming to get to Stellar Bay, you're gonna have to get your hands dirty. The board don't like them that truck with Monarch. But I ain't the one you ought to be asking. Try Gladys on the promenade. She'll fix you up. I hear tell some folk down in the townships are getting offered early retirement. Who'd think of such a thing? What would you do with all the time? The radiators, they're fucked 10 ways to Sunday. And we're all sweating buckets wondering when the powers that be are gonna get around to fixing it.
It might be your thermal control system's busted. That can happen if it's not tended to from time to time.
I don't really care what the issue is, kid. I just want it fixed.
Vorrei
Sweat's
oggi ho
starting to
cambiato le
make me
lenti, che uno
chafe
l'ho
in
messo al
places I
contrario
shouldn't
forse.
be chafing. Engineering. Chief Junlei
Don't know what's got her. That's not for me to say. But if you're feeling... There's nobody who knows more about the station. She doesn't come around here.
Welcome to the Lost Hope, our little tribute to the mystery. We got all colors of Rizzo's...
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. The board would like to remind spacers and other
Stay in the
travelers
public
that
areas
passage
and
to
get
the
along
park is
fine.
restricted for your protection. Carriers of acid and sulfur rays.
I was wondering what they do with their waste. I guess they just chuck it down here. Where's it all go? How about I stay up top? You know, keep watch, okay?
Il cadavere qua non se n'è accorto nessuno. Oh. Un po' di robina. Sì, mi piace che ho scassinato per sbloccare altra roba per lo scassinamento.
Hello? Someone there? Help! I'm locked in here. Can you get me out?
You have no idea how good the air on Groundbreaker smells until you've been trapped in a tiny bathroom with an overflowing toilet. Thanks again, friend. What usually happens on this partially pressurized rust bucket? Something broke. Well, actually, two things broke. First, the damn toilet overflowed. When I came to clean that up, the damn door decided to close and lock on me.
Sicuro che non t'ha chiuso qua dentro qualcuno.
You're gonna shake me down after I was... That all? Of course. Everyone on the ship's gonna hear about this. Hell, it's the only chance I've got to keep my job. Suppose it's time to reevaluate my career goals.
Porca merda.
Great work.
C'avete un problemino dei parassiti, eh? Ketchup è scritto così. Fatto bene a entrare a esplorare qui, direi. sono rispuntato da sta parte, ok.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt the
Ooh, can we rent an upstairs room?
I don't have time for this.
Hands off the lady, all right?
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman's door. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Made without a single natural ingredient, or an oven. Just like store-bought. Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction. Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least. Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in. Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the Groundbreaker, as well as earn some bits. But if you've got qualms, might want to acquaint yourself with Junlei Tennyson, Groundbreaker's chief. You'll find her fretting in engineering. I'd say she's a sweet girl, but law forfend someone call me a liar. Yes, dearie? Ain't that just a treat? So, you know Edna, over in engineering? On occasion, she'll pass along transmissions I might find interesting. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the Groundbreaker's comm array. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago. You've got an ear for intrigue and a nose for bits. I like that. Here's a copy of the SOS recording, complete with the coordinates. If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. Corporate bigwigs will pay top bit for inside information on their competitors. The more we got the corps fighting each other, the less time they got to meddle in our affairs. Don't forget to come find old Glad. Anytime, sweetheart.
Hmm?
This is Halcyon News. We
You ever hard up for work? Try Sublight Salvage.
Ho paura che avevo pagato, magari per le serie ho controllato.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was this your room? I'll just move along. Wait, this is almost certainly my room. That's my underwear on the floor. Damnable thing about living on a space station. No pigeons. Oh, you can feel the scratch.
Ah, vabbè, no, qua...
Start moaning about hygiene.
Clockwork Revolution per ora non si sa se esce per PS5, quindi quello ecco non me lo sono segnato, però sembra figo. Chronos ce l'ho in lista da un po', che l'avevano già mostrato altre volte, e sono gli stessi di Silent Hill 2. Aphelion, boh dai, di Don't Nod, quindi boh, lo terrò da parte, cioè ci faccio un pensierino. Mudang, ecco, non lo so. E Animo pure non si sa se esce per PS5. Gears of War ce l'ho in lista. Keeper pure non si sa se esce al momento per PS5, però sì, è tanta roba hanno mostrato. Ma veramente il gioco di Game Freak invece,
How do you do? And,
se pensi a
welcome
come
to
escono gli
Rest and
ultimi
Go.
Pokémon, per
Used to
dire.
be the go and rest, but folks never knew when to leave.
Ah sì, ormai Microsoft ha capito che deve fare publisher, perché comunque Game Pass mi sa che ormai è fermo un po'.
Didn't quite catch that.
Da
You'll
quello che
have
ho
to
capito
speak
comunque
up.
è un po' in perdita da regalare tutti i giochi.
Glass ear. Sorry, there's a lot of static on
Ah,
my
io
end.
finché la roba mi esce anche su PS5 sono contento, non me ne frega se poi tanto la console war non me ne frega proprio niente.
Nothing to fear. Sorry again. The sound of Groundbreaker's engines has really got to me over the
Per dire, adesso prossimamente mi devo anche rigiocare il Blade, perché boh, la prima volta non mi aveva fatto impazzire, se mi piace mo esce il 2 su PS5, vediamo se magari lo rivaluto.
Huh? What?
Io con la mia TV ad esempio potrei giocare, perché c'ho il Samsung, il QLED, potrei farmi l'account di Game Pass, solo che poi non lo posso streamare in live, perché se streami non puoi fare streaming dopo da Twitch, quindi per quello non l'ho mai fatto. Sì, penso che poi la connessione, anche se è una 2 giga, esplode. Tanto su PS5 mi posso giocare tutta sta roba in multipiattaforma belli, mi posso giocare la roba alle esclusive. A me basta che posso giocare i giochi belli, poi non me ne frega niente.
Fine, as long as the board keeps its grubby mitts to itself. Chief Tennyson holds the ship together, the Promenade holds our economy together, and Sublight is the shoddy jewel in our rusty old crown.
Comunque tra lo state of play in ordine, coso, il Summer Game Fest e mo l'Xbox Showcase, io mi sono aggiunto in lista, non so qua. Cioè io non ho i soldi per comprare tutta sta roba.
Our local garbage collectors. That Lilia Hagen never met a debris
Cioè
field
l'anno
she didn't
prossimo
like.
mi sa che è
She
peggio di
freely admits she
quest'anno.
planted her roots in Groundbreaker to escape board oversight.
E anche da
But
vedere
I
quanto
think there's
costerà
more
sto
to it.
cavolo del GTA 6, che io quello lo
unusual
sto
in the head,
aspettando
that one.
tantissimo. Dopo Red Dead Redemption 2 c'ho una voglia.
Of course, most of our supplies come and go
Solo
through
che quello roba
merchants.
dicono anche
Company
100
ships
euro.
and salvage runs are the only traffic we tend to get. I try and steer clear of that creepy
Ah, io
fellow
sono
in
qua
the
che ad
green
esempio
mask.
devo aspettare il
If
primo
there's a
luglio, col
cost to
fatto che
being
mi
a
hanno
company
scalato
man,
ieri
he
200
paid
euro
it
di
in
bolletta, più le spese, cose, e Death
Our Chief
Stranding 2
Tennyson
me lo
has an
prenderò il primo
independent
luglio a
streak,
sto
same
punto.
as her mother and grandmother who rode
Volevo
this ship on
giocarmelo
the
a
crossing.
parte che tanto il day one di
There's a
Death
reason the
Stranding non
board's
sono manco a
embassy is a
Bologna,
glorified
che sono
shoebox.
giù al
While
paese mio.
Finlay Tennyson lives and breathes,
E quello me lo vorrei giocare tutto in
Groundbreaker
live,
remains
vorrei
free.
anche giocarmelo bene. Ah, vero che c'era questo
Sorry
tizio.
about the heat. Chief Tennyson will get the radiators fixed soon. Of course, this heat sure makes a
Comunque questo è
zero-G
incredibile
brew
come
extra
Outer Worlds a
refreshing.
livello di costruzione delle
It's an
quest,
ale
scelte,
that's
gameplay.
good for what else?
Sembra un gioco di Bethesda, ma Bethesda
Oh,
magari te li
and it's not
facesse
the
così
best
fatti
choice.
bene i giochi,
Spacer's choice.
Anche graficamente.
Taste the freedom.
Io sto giocando la versione PS4, tra l'altro, adesso.
Sometimes I forget. Heard of it? My orientation Aetherwave showed that famous Saltuna cannery, which I'm sure
Ci sono
smells
stato, un
as
posto
good
di
as it
merda.
looks.
Sì, lo so che tu vieni da lì, però che cazzo
I'm
era una
sure they're doing their
discarica.
best. That's the Spacer's Choice spirit. So, what can I get you? soap.
Il disappunto
Everyone
di
loves
Parvati.
soap. Everyone will love you for using it, too. I'm bound to satisfy headgear-related inquiries.
Madonna, mi
Please send any
devo far
complaints to our
tagliare
consumer
mossi
care
giorni in
headwear
beccare qualcuno che c'ho la macchinetta a farmi i rasasti i capelli perché Madonna se mi danno fastidio.
Oh, I'm having a stellar day. And not just because I'm legally obligated to say so. Almost as stellar as a Spacer's Choice is affordable. You would never ask if you knew what it's like in here. I mean, why, anyone can be a Spacer's Choice Consumer Relations Choice Specialist. Just keep your nose clean and aim for the moon.
Vabbè.
I can see all of it.
Come fai a lavarti i
Spacer's
denti?
Choice regrets that we don't sell toothpaste at this time, but we're always working on delivering exciting new products to our customers. Spread wash, mouthwash, and Mantafloss are among the exciting line of dental
Cioè,
goods
praticamente il
currently in
dentifricio
development.
fatto coi ratti spaziali.
Don't miss out on these deals. You'll find none like them on all of Groundbreaker, or anywhere in the Halcyon Company.
Continuo.
Trouble sleeping? Try our lunar
Quante domande
eclipse
sul
next.
cappello che posso fare?
That's 2 handfuls of pep pills washed down with a hearty swig of 2-hour energy brew. The blast will send you through the stratosphere and the crash will knock you out cold, guaranteed.
Vabbè dai, basta con queste cose sul cappello. Vabbè dai,
What
magari
can I do? Don't
Vabbè, bella lì.
I'm not going anywhere, you hear? You can't keep me out of there.
Please don't make a
Ma
scene,
mi sa che
Dr.
pure lei
Fenway.
poteva unirsi al party.
What seems to be the problem? Not without dispensation from Chief Junlei, I fear. Supplies are hard to come by out here. We don't have the ability to manufacture our own medical supplies here on Groundbreaker. Regrettably, we are dependent on the board for such mundane items as bandages and antibiotics, as well as more critical resources like adequately trained staff. We'd nearly signed a supply agreement with Anti-Cleos, but they demanded we only use their branded drugs, and that's simply not tenable. Take care.
I'm sorry. Am I causing a scene?
Sì, lei mi sa che era un
We could
companion
have avoided
poi.
all this unpleasantness if you just let me talk to Jesse in the first place.
Let me get one thing straight. Jessie and I are not friends. I just owe her, okay? As for the rest, I'm trying to figure that out. All I know is that she's been here too long, and she's apparently not receiving visitors. Be my guest. If you know something I don't about dealing with hospital bureaucracy, I'll be impressed.
Ah, io ero salito anche di livello in tutto ciò, mica mi ricordavo più. Allora, continuiamo a livellare, che mi piace farla un po' pacifist la run. E metterei, ecco questa. Reputazione, ok.
Carry on.
Quanto era grossa sta mappa?
It's near this complete breakfast.
Oh, neat! They got stuff in here I ain't seen in ages.
Welcome to Sublight Salvage and Shipping, a legitimate business for legitimate consumers. You the one flying the Unreliable? Miss Lily has been expecting you. I'll unlock the door. Sure am. few years back. These days, I...
So you're the new captain in town. I was hoping you'd make your way to my office. Saves me the work of hunting you down. Lilia Hagen, CEO and Executive Director of Aggressive Operations. I'm guessing you already know about Sublight, otherwise you wouldn't have come. Charmed. It's nice to see the Unreliable again. Useful ship. Hawthorne was my
Ah,
contractor.
ecco perché
I'd
non l'hanno
recognize
presa
that leaky
bene, sono
boat of
arrivato
his
con la
anyway.
nave del tizio.
I didn't ask. I have a salvage job for someone light on corporate ties with a reliable set of wings. But there's a catch.
Just like in the serials.
If you have a nav key to Stellar Bay, the job's yours. Interested? I like that initiative, but ease back on the throttle.
Sì, me l'ha già detto.
Gladys at the Rest and Go might have what you need. If there's anything else, be quick about it. Time is bits. These days, the scrap business all but runs itself. Gives me the time to expand our interests into other sectors, where I can let my hair down. Our field is persuasive acquisitions. At least that's how my legal advisors tell me to phrase it. Not all of our salvage is abandoned when we find it. Sometimes it takes a polite conversation and a shot across the bow. You know, legal formalities. Thank you. I work hard to keep it that way. Hey, careful with the C word around here.
Sì, non ti offendo.
Sublight occupies a... Be seeing you.
No, a parte che non ho roba per scassinare, ma se li voglio far incazzare tutti al volo è il modo migliore.
If you're hungry, you've come to the right place. I've got a... They're terra-fried to lock in the juices. How about a grinder's dozen? You know what sprats are? Space rats.
Ah, salsicce
The
di ratti
laboratories of
spaziali,
Spacer's
dai.
Choice found a use for this limitless frontier resource. Sprat meat is plenty tasty when properly prepared. We grind them up in sausages, then terra-fry them in their own juices. Terra-frying is a Spacer's Choice brand secret. A mix of 13 herbs and spices, plus a dash of modern chemistry. Absolutely not. Spratwurst and all related. Boar, the other meat, is a registered trade. Legally? No. Between you, me, and this grinder, I've been through lean time. Might be that this old space hand put a few words in the right ears, and could be that Spacer just... Long as you don't mind me...
Ah, vabbè.
Just as...
Allora, che vorrei prendere tutte le quest che trovo qua sotto, però...
You look like someone who's taken their share of cuts and bruises. Need some... We also... Not me, but it's in my blood. After the crossing, my family... I was born into corporate labor, but I'm the first one of my family to buy my way out. Everything I sell is fresh from the forge.
Allora... Sì, ste parti dove pile qua sono un po'
Go back to
lente, però
Byzantium,
dai.
you gold-plated bastards.
Ah, i retrosettori è dove stavo allora. Adesso parto. A posto. Ah, ma c'è un'altra zona ancora?
Those XF
Ci sarà-
411s?
Ah, infatti qua c'è
And an
la
old
grossa
Yakita
suba.
37? Good law, the heat in here is so
Crossbow finals
unbearable.
are scheduled to air soon, but a scandal has...
Where the hell have you been, Private?
Suppose it's time to reevaluate my career.
Watch out something doesn't explode in your face.
have tested negative for performance.
Ne a parlare con la tizia.
Coaches and referees are debating how and if this behavior...
Junlei Tennyson. I'm captain around here, but chief to my friends. Hope you don't mind the formal introduction. Groundbreaker doesn't see many visitors. No, it isn't. It's a mess. But it's my mess, so I'll take the compliment. Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardits, the crew, the engineers, their family. I hope there won't be any problems while you're visiting. Good. Don't go making trouble, and chances are you won't find any. That's how I like it here. So what brings you to Groundbreaker? I'm curious, even though 9 times out of 10 the answer's just passing through.
Potevo
Interesting. The
rispondere
powers
solo
that be
solo di
paint an ugly
passaggio
picture of
pure io.
Monarch. Critters and such. Maybe someone in the promenade can get you the right weapon for the job. We see a lot of the same faces coming and going. Most of them board spies and corporate sprats. Makes it hard to trust outsiders. You seem different, so welcome aboard. Groundbreaker's radiators need replacement parts. They're dumping superheated air into my ship. Only the board has access to new parts, and I won't let them swindle me into a corner. None. Every time I give in to the board, Groundbreaker loses its freedom. Soon there won't be anything left. I can't allow that. The board isn't helping, and my resources are spread thin. If I don't get those radiators back online, Groundbreaker, everyone aboard, will be cooked alive. Reasonable, huh? That's the best news I've heard all day. According to my grandmother's old schematics, the parts we need should be in the back bays. Hold on. There's something you should know before you go charging off. The back bays are on a lower deck, long abandoned and a haven for miscreants now. Good. Once you've obtained the parts, we can proceed to the next phase of repairs. This whole deck smells...
What? I didn't think you just...
Parvati, is it? That's a lovely name. What can I do for you?
I was just thinking, I haven't got much experience working with actual, real spaceships, Miss Junlei. Chief Junlei.
Junlei is fine.
Force of habit, I guess. Okay. Since you run a whole space station, I was wondering if... Well, maybe you could teach me some things. I could message you later, maybe?
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati. You can ask me anything.
Wow, great! I'll do that then. Messages. Later. Oh, your name's pretty too. I should have said... Sorry. I like it. Honest. Sorry. Couldn't have done it without your moral support, Captain.
Now, if there's nothing else, there are other parts of the ship begging for my attention.
Aspetta, mo. Ma è sulla nave il continuo della quest, allora. Vediamo quante quest ho sotto. Allora, questa non è... 2. Ah, vabbè, qua c'è un'altra, allora andiamo a fare prima questa.
What's going on with you lately? You seem down.
CNP chicken and potatoes. At CNP, we know our CNP.
Can't say I've seen you before. I take it you're a freighter captain? If you're here to better yourself, you'll have to wait. We're having a spot of trouble with our delivery service. He must be referring to Irion. I'm sure the fool's gotten himself into another scrape. I'm beginning to wonder if I'm ever gonna get my service mechanicals at this rate. I'd be grateful if you'd spare the time. We need his delivery soon as yesterday. Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut by Scylla, an asteroid in the Charybdis cluster. That's where I'd start, were I the adventuring type. You look out, though. The place is probably crawling with outlaws.
Allora, adesso vediamo quest'altra, voleva... Ah, quindi mi ero fregato una cosa per riuscire a...
Folks keep doors closed for a reason?
To the last ratchet on Rutton time, leave me in peace! You hull-headed quacks do know that restful recuperation requires not being disturbed, don't you? What? Why? Everything's fine. We're all fine here. No need for her to be worrying her pretty little head about me. I'm just terrible, dreadful sick is all. Got a cough that won't quit and sores all over my body. Highly lethally contagious. But I'll be fine, so long as I'm left alone. Criminy. She really ain't gonna drop this, is she? Alright, okay. We can discuss this like the level-headed folk that we are. Seems I've gotta do something before Ellie goes jabbering my business to anyone with one ear and an intent to listen.
The truth is, I'm not sick. But if you repeat what I'm about to tell you to anyone, I will deny it with my dying breath. You, ain't with the board, are you? See, I owe them a lot. I might have missed a payment or two, and the other night I swear someone was following me back to my room. So I hold up here to lay low.
Aspetta, arrivo. Rispondo a un messaggio.
What? No, I didn't do anything. I'm a law-abiding denizen of this ship, I swear. Think? No. I recognize a contracted killer when I see one, thank you. In my line of work, that's a skill you develop during week 1, assuming you want to keep breathing. Alright, I'll fess this part up too, if it means you'll help me. I'm a thief. I specialize in particularly high-end and historically valuable items. 3 weeks back, I caught rumor that the Blood-Tier diamond, last worn by an heiress on the Lost Hope, had surfaced for the first time in 70 years. If I had, you think I'd be hiding out in the Med Bay? I was gonna steal it, lined up Udom as my buyer. He paid half up front to finance the operation. Let's just say things went sideways about the time I got my hands on the diamond, and it crumbled to stardust in my palm. Anywho, I barely made it out with my life, and nary a plan to make back Udom's deposit I'd spent. Udom Bedford's the board guy on the station. He'd know how I stand with them. If you can square things for me, I'd owe you one even bigger than Ellie owes me. Thanks for helping me with the board. You're a real pal. Or I guess I should say, Ellie is one, huh?
Allora, prima che finisce l'effetto del coso olografico. Qua dentro non c'è niente, via, 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 via. Ecco.
just gonna hang in the back and...
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. You must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne. And you are not he. Has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer? Oh no, this is terrible. My dear friend, what devilry is this? In whose miserable fever dream am I trapped? Oh, Alex. There were so many arguments we'd yet to have. He was my dearest friend. My only friend. You have his ship, you must know. That picture of us on the promenade, me hugging him, him wincing. I keep a copy beside my bed. Did he? Ah, that's just like him. Such a sentimental man. Tell me, how did he die?
Spiaccicato dalla mia astronave.
Oh, awful business that. But why? How? No. Best not to ask after the gory details. Right. You're going important places, I'm sure. Big, exciting, important places. There, I've removed the flag from your ship. I'm terribly sorry for the inconvenience. However, before you go, Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where Wells might be? Anything at all? You haven't read the posters? He's a terrorist, a thief, a madman. It's really in the colony's best interest that we stop him before he does further harm. Well, Alex knew, or he said he did. And you have his ship. Maybe he kept some records around, or a conveniently placed note on his bedside table. That's... well, that's just terrible news. Law, what am I going to do now? The board will have my head. Oh, I'm sorry. This is terribly unprofessional of me. Is there anything else I might help you with? Miss Doyle owes the board a significant sum. Alas, the only collateral she has is her organs. Compulsory donation is quite legal in such cases. That's not unreasonable.
I guess it's better than losing your organs, but... I don't know, Captain. It just doesn't seem right.
Miss Doyle is deeply in debt, and the board has every right to do whatever they like to recoup that debt. What guarantee do I have that she'll agree to the terms you negotiate? I'm not sure the price of her organs will allow a profit in that case. I will recall my collection agent. Tell Miss Doyle to report to me promptly for her first assignment. Now, is there anything else you need, or can I return to my work?
Aspetta,
How do you
se
do?
c'è qualche altra quest lui.
Be my...
Niente.
Ask...
Pagare i debiti per lei, io i soldi non è che devo spendere 10.000 per la chiave.
Wish I could say it was good to see you, Ellie. At least you finally got your chance to square our debt. Got word from Udom, from the hitman who trailed me the other night. Seems I'm indentured to the board now. I ain't too elated about going exclusive, but it's better than winding up dead. You sure saved my skin, stranger. All debts between me and Ellie are cleared.
The good news came through the wireless. Looks like you paid my debt to Jesse. I guess that means I owe you now, right? Tell you what, I'm a little short on bits at the moment, but I'm a decent scrapper and a better-than-average sawbones. If you're looking for a medic, I can work my debt off. It's like people touching a cookie and leaving it in the box. It's just one of those things that gets under my skin. You won't be sorry. Or if you are, just add it to my debt and we'll figure something out.
Welcome to the crew, Miss Ellie. We're real happy to have you.
Allora, quindi per ora a posto così.
Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of wanted terrorist Vinny's Wells. Report any sightings to your local force.
Hey, McRed, were you expecting?
Aspetta che qua mi sa che questo mi sa che è quello che dovevo trovare.
Any company? A neighbor?
Aspetta, arrivo. Mi sa che lui era il bersaglio, mi pare che si chiama McRed.
From above approaches our realm. Back away now, or you'll parley with the... Look at this ripe piece of meat just sizzling on the grill. Yum, yum. Time to feed the flames. It's nothing personal. Promise.
Burning to death is one of the most painful ways to
Ah,
go.
quindi mo mi sta
Just in
seguendo
case you
lei.
needed a reason to get us out of this.
Is this what
Ah, ma
carbon
quindi ti possono
monoxide
seguire
poisoning
fino a
looks like?
2 compagni, mi ricordavo vagamente sta cosa.
You came with the crew. Welcome. We got plenty of space to spread out, but only room for one captain. I know this ain't a toy, neighbor from above. It's a catalyst, just like me. Keep talking. I like the sound of your voice.
That's right, sir. Just the parts. We'll be in and out in a jiff. You won't even know we were here.
Tennyson just keeps feeding the furnace, don't she? We're still playing with her You don't just ask a king for a favor when you're Under its skin, this ship is all poison and darkness.
Così mi piglio l'esperienza e
Red
poi gli dico
bones,
guarda, io voglio la taglia
asbestos
sulla tua
muscle.
testa.
Maybe you're right. You've got the run of the kingdom. Up those stairs you'll find the parts.
Anzi, prendiamo i
My crew won't
componenti
get
e
in your
poi
way.
lo meno.
Smells kind of like old Bess's outflow pipes.
Come cavolo ci arrivo sopra? Ma scusa, che giro devo fare?
Are those hibernation pods? And I thought my bunk was small.
Sì, poi vengo a fottermi tutto. Allora, dove... Qua? Ah, sì.
Falling apart.
Can't spell groundbreaker.
Liz She's gonna be pleased as pie when we show her these.
Adesso io voglio la tua taglia, gli dico, e non penso che apprezzerà. Questi mi attaccano tutti mo, quindi
Neighbor from above, what brings you to my little moonlight kingdom? Listen to the fire of those convictions. This one's hungry for justice. Alive or dead? Rare or medium? What's it gonna be? How do you want me cooked, bounty hunter?
ah vabbè, non devo per forza combattere.
Little flick here got me started on the pyro path. Fine. He's yours. Give him a good home.
Work smarter, not harder.
Don't worry, Mr. McRed. We'll treat Mr. Flick extra nice on account of he's your friend.
I'll miss my baby
Comunque è
pyro.
fighissima sta cosa,
but
che
it
puoi
beats
anche
losing
evitare
my
di
head.
combattere, infatti
This
per quello che
court
sto
needs its
pompando
king,
l'intelligenza e
and
la
I'm one of a
comunicazione.
kind. Keen eyes you got there. Sanita gave me this lighter. We had a carnal understanding a few years back, and she wanted me to have something to remember her by. You can come and go in my little kingdom. Just try not to piss off any of the gestures.
Ero già pronto col mitra in mano. Guarda, sono riuscito a fare tutto senza sparare un solo colpo, dai, buono, buono. Fammi vedere lei che altro cavolo mi doveva dire, scusa.
CMP Borston Baked Beans. When you need to eat fun,
Perché mi segna dei nemici? Dove? Ah, ma qua.
I can take a hint.
No, scusa, ci sono dei nemici da qualche parte. Però non... Non capisco.
If you're here for this week's magazine, what do you want? Anytime.
Boh. Ah, forse perché per andare là dove c'è la quest devo prendere comunque la navichiave.
Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of noted terrorist Phineas Wells. Report any sightings in your local...
Hotter than usual in here. Hope we're not catching June.
You've returned, and in one piece. Color me impressed. Good work. I'll take those. I need you to head through the large door at the far end of engineering. Take the elevator down into the machinery shaft. There's a terminal in the back. Activate it when I call over the ship's PA. And bring weapons. There's a slight Mantipillar infestation.
Don't worry, Miss Junlei. We'll be super gentle with the ship. You don't got a thing to worry about. I mean, aside from fires and such.
I'm genuinely heartened to hear that.
Come
Thank
ti
you.
rincuora sentire dire incendi e cose.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following
Comunque la mitragliatrice leggera mi fa ridere che non mi pare proprio leggera. Dove sei? Ah, ma sei sopra.
Bad news. Diagnostic says their circuit boards are fused from the heat, so they're not too picky about who they kill next. Sneak past if you can. Shoot back if you can. I can always fix them later.
Ho trovato un'altra pistola buona, tra l'altro. Pistola a dardi. Ah, è energia questa però.
I'm expecting this.
Watch out!
System.
Oh, porca miseria.
That's the terminal. I have the parts in position on my side. Go ahead and cycle the droplet pod.
Security app.
It's just pissing him off!
Done. The temperatures are dropping. Stop by once you found your way out of there. Groundbreaker owes you thanks.
Ogni volta mi fa ridere il suo suono, mi spezzo le caviglie praticamente.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement.
My boards are returning to green. What a weight that is off my shoulders. I don't normally tolerate outsiders mucking about in my station's guts, but you're all right. The temperature should be dropping as we speak. I'll see to it the crew knows who kept us all from boiling alive. If you've got time, I believe Edna has a comms issue that could use your attention. I've also authorized Doc and Furu to sell you our premium meds.
Allora, potenziamo sempre un po'. Allora, queste cosa... Ah, richiede 5 vantaggi. Al prossimo, quindi... Allora... Più 25% massa indicatore. Danni. Velocità in scatto non sarebbe male. Probabilità critico compagno neanche. Ha detto che c'era un tizio
You aiming
che...
to send a message? If so, we best do it now while we still got time. And no, Ellie, that offer does not extend to you broadcasting another of your crude jokes.
Hey, that's a real planet. And no one's seen it in a long time.
Damn it, Ellie, I don't have time for your shenanigans. Anyway, like I was saying,
Ah,
you aiming to send a
shenanigans
message,
significa
you better be quick.
stupidaggini, l'ho sentito 1000 volte come termine.
Me? No. But our relaying capabilities? That's on the final countdown. We're going offline in 3, 2, 1.5... No. Wait, I've lost track of my weeks. Maybe it was 36 or... sometime dire soon. Our primary relay station's soon to be occluded by a gas giant. Happens every 40 years or thereabouts. The event's forecasted to last for months, during which we'll lose signal to the station.
That signal's part of how Groundbreaker stays autonomous and independent. Much as I'd love to hear fewer corporate jingles, this would be bad.
We've got backup auxiliary relays, but the one currently in orbital range went offline some months ago. We can't... Yeah, I'm working on it. I finally got the chief to approve the budget for a diagnostic expedition. But allocating the personnel loss for sending a technical team to the relay station keeps getting denied by Junlei. The chief. I should say no, but why not? Maybe you can figure out why it's offline. I'll send you with an equipment manual. Hopefully we'll get lucky, or I'll get my approval in time.
Hope you don't mind if I borrow that manual when you're done with it, Captain. I could do with some leisure reading.
Oh, and I'll need you to retrieve a copy of the relay's backup data. I gotta forward any messages from Earth stored in the memory. Better late than never, eh? The relay stations orbit the edge of the house. I'm sure the station's got a stack of... It's not like they're in high demand. Most tend to be adverts on new products, meaning only folks in...
If it's not a life or death problem,
Ha detto che ha detto il dottore... Forse di là.
This is Halcyon News.
CNP, I can't believe it's not yours. It's unbelievable how good it is.
Dov'era il medico?
Hello. Junlei called up from engineering. Said I should let you... Dr. Fenhill, I hope you're not here to harass any of our patients.
Harassing? Come on, I was trying to help Jesse.
You have a creep.
Then it's lucky for us both.
Good luck with... Now, is there some...
Ah,
Take care.
pensavo mi doveva dare una questa. Dai, mo, io questa, faccio un'ultima questa e poi lo faccio bravo.
Berry flavored power nuggets, now with 12% more crunch.
How goes the hunt? I've been ruminating on it, and I decided, if you ain't killed McRed yet, I want you... Nothing excessive, mind you. Here's the bounty payout. Nice work down there. With any luck, we can hire more sharp-eyed bounty hunters like
Oh,
you
mi
in the
raccomando,
future.
non scende sotto, che sennò prima che lo trova.
Do I look like your gossipy best friend? I'm not here for a chat.
Ma perché lei ogni volta si teletrasporta dietro?
Have either of the assault cruisers ever put into Groundbreaker?
You kidding? The chief wouldn't
Ma il tizio non dovrebbe venire. Ah, eccolo, ma che ne sa che mossa è greca.
Hey, you got a second? Fancy running into you again. Don't mind me. It's just admiring your ship from up close. Gotta hand it to you, boss. That's a fine-looking ship. Only thing it's missing is me. Yes, I absolutely am. Just give me a shot. That's all I'm asking. I could be the best damn crew you ever hired. Wow. You don't know how long I've been waiting to hear that. Thanks, boss. You're not gonna regret this. I'll just gather my personals and meet you on...
You got a crew now.
Allora, faccio sta ultima quest prima di pranzo.
I believe I hear Felix and Parvati discussing the latest Aetherwave serial.
Sì, tu li senti parlare, ma io non trovo nessuno.
So I was watching this serial...
Hey, Captain. Can I get your temperature on something real quick? So,
La nave
June
sta
Lei
per
and I have been
esplodere.
talking some. Through messages. I got him here on my data pad, and well, she sent me a poem. One she wrote her own self, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if I should read into it. Because poems are all symbolic and such, right? It's not so good. But real sweet. Oh, law. That's what's got me spooked. I don't rightly know. It's about this engine that's been shaking itself apart. Then this lady mechanic comes by and lays one hand on it. The trouble goes away. It sings. I don't want to get too hopeful, but I'm wondering if maybe she's the engine and I'm the lady? It's a real romantic poem. Made my chest hurt, kinda. I don't know where it's leading yet, or if I'm misinterpreting. I'm not much interested in physical stuff. Never have been. Leastways not like other folks seem to be. It's not that I can't, I just don't care for it.
Infatti di solito a quest'ora pensavo che eri andato.
Wanted to be with me back in the Vale. They said I was cold.
Ma c'era ancora per molto.
Thanks, Captain. That makes me feel a touch better.
Ci sta.
I actually had another message from Junlei. I just couldn't work up the courage to open it. But I'm gonna change that. Right now. Okay, here we go. Let's see here. Talking
Ma
about
in teoria una certa non ci devi andare.
Isabel.
Cioè, nel senso, non te lo fanno saltare il pranzo mo per la riunione.
They were close, Captain. Like, more than friends close.
Vabbè, se poi ci sta a sto punto.
I don't know. Junlei talked about them like it was past, but how far in the past? 10 years?
Mo
Last
mi
week?
faccio pure un'altra quest e mi metto a
Captain, I'm feeling
cucinare
all
poi.
mixed up right now. Could we maybe head to the Groundbreaker? Get some drinks at that bar there? The Lost Hope?
In realtà non so che mangiarmi perché fa un caldo.
Come on, Captain. This is no time to be fooling on me. I'm full serious. Next time we're on the Groundbreaker, I aim to get a drink. If I got to, I'll do it on my lonesome. But I'd feel better if someone I trusted was there.
Good to see you, boss. Didn't I tell you? I'm secretly the chairman's orphan child, abandoned at birth in the back bays. Honestly, before you picked me up, I was living in the back bays. Spent my whole life up there, watching ships roll in and take off. I always wondered when my ship would come. I was what folks on the Groundbreaker call a stowaway. Means I was invisible.
Oh buono, no, io
Life
domani
carried on for
c'ho
everybody
Babbo
else,
che sale
but
su,
not
visto
for
che mi
me.
arriva il divano, dopodomani dobbiamo
had to make
togliere
my own
quello
way.
vecchio. Mi faccio portare a cena fuori, ad esempio. Ne approfitto pure io domani.
Stowaways ain't free. We were just as trapped as anybody else. We didn't belong
Sì,
in the
sì.
system, but we still had to live in it. We
Se
still had to
gio
play
casa
by the board's
proprio
rules.
in centro.
Imagine spending your whole life looking out at the stars. And knowing
Che
you
col
could
senno di
never
poi
aspire to be
magari
anything
l'avrei
more than a
comprata
box
fuori
hogger.
porta, ma
That's what it's like.
più invecchio più c'è troppo delirio, diciamo.
Hauling boxes was about the only work I could find. Hated every second of it. Foreman and I
Allora, io
never
domani
got on.
magari mi pio che mi piace tantissimo se vado a mangiare fuori la cotoletta alla bolognese, mi piace un botto.
Could be I was overreacting. A better man might have turned the other cheek. Exercised a little bit of that, what's the word? Restraint? But on the other hand, broadsiding the jackass with a tossball stick?
Sì, c'è da
that
dire,
felt
ecco,
good.
qua a
That felt
Bologna per
real good.
mangiare si
You
mangia
would try
proprio
it.
grasso, mi piace un sacco come cucina.
Oh, I can do civilized. Proper civilized, too. Genuflecting and everything. I caught a real lucky break. If you hadn't picked me up,
E io
I'd
tipo
still be
quando
back
li
at the
compro da
docks,
fare, ecco,
waiting for
penso
the
che
day
il
my ship
bolognese,
arrives.
a un bolognese me menerebbe perché me li faccio con la panna, qua a Bologna sono rigorosamente in brodo, che mo, diciamo, fa anche un po' troppo caldo.
Yeah. I guess my ship did arrive in the end. I've got you to thank for that. Thanks for listening, boss. Let's get going.
Something on your mind? I'm a surgeon by training and a pirate by inclination. Not much else to know, Captain. I like long walks on the promenade and the smell of Spacer's Corona. I make a mean zero-G cocktail and I've got a meaner right hook.
Quale?
It's a mix of whatever you've got on hand. Usually zero-G brew with some Spectrum vodka if you're lucky, purple berry shake if you're not. I'll make you one sometime. If you don't enjoy it, I'll make a few more until you do.
Ah, vabbè, ci stava come io che vengo da un paesino quando scendo. Quando scendo sì, mangio bene. L'unica cosa ecco è che quando scendo stando al mare mangio un sacco di pesce, però
Sure do. Some of it was even.
non ce la faccio a stare. Io via da Bologna, quando vado via da Bologna proprio non ce la faccio a stare.
What gave it away? It's the hair, right? Or maybe the ammo belt? I had it custom made.
Però perlomeno ecco quando scendo mangio bene. Soprattutto non spendo almeno quando scendo.
Gotta advertise your business somehow. I've done all types of work with all kinds of crews. If there's one thing you ought to know about me, it's that I won't tell
No,
you
Roma
your
so
business.
anni che non ci
Your
vengo, ci
ship,
sono passato un
your
botto di
way.
volte, concerti del 1° maggio, concerti a Villada, sì, sempre situazioni concerti ci sono venuto praticamente.
Glad to hear it. It's worked for me this long.
Però ormai penso che l'ultima volta che sono stato a Roma, che era 2010-2011.
Well, my blood type is AB positive. That about... Aw, come on. That stuff's boring. Look, the thing I've learned about... I'm all for making a few bits together. No complaint.
Ah, però tanto il vicario Max la quest già ce l'ho, quindi neanche serve che gli parlo effettivamente.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? Yes, Captain. Beginning playback now.
There's viscera and death everywhere. Gunfire, gnashing teeth. The
Che
unemployed.
sparatorie, fauci inquietanti, disoccupati e...
Please send help.
Cosa c'entrano?
Captain, we are now capable of accessing the Roseway landing pad. Also, corporate protocol requires that all distress signals include a list of key personnel for retrieval. The embedded names are Anton Crane, Vaughn Cortez, and Orson Shaw. I have lots of minutes. Many minutes. I prefer to think of it as being in a state of slumber. When I simulate myself in such a scenario, I do traveling the system with you. Do you know what it feels like when the ship undergoes an unexpected power surge? As you may be aware, Captain Alex Hawthorne was a smoke in our travels together. Alex. Oh, I know you are not the same Captain Alex. I required you to assume Hawthorne. I've since registered you as I am relieved to... No, but I am programmed to put you at ease by saying so.
Il computer lì che mi percula. Allora andiamo a fare sta ultima quest. Allora mi porto lui. No, cavolo. Dai che ci sta averne due di companion invece di uno. Però che cavolo, ho fatto una cazzata. Anche perché qua si dovrà combattere, aspetta. Dai, 27 ore dei caricamenti. Mi si sta appiccicando pure la maglietta con su caldo. Vabbè, c'avevo quell'altra effettivamente.
It's a touch different from the ones I've seen. Shouldn't be so hard to get it patched up, though.
This is an unmanned station, right?
Ah, ma posso dormire? Mo me ne accorgo. Ah, tocca fare il giro. Va bene. Non gli sto a fare un cazzo. Ma Parvati è morta già? Com'è? Ma sto coglione ha camminato sulla mina. Va bene. Fammi... No, non posso... No, non caricare. Guarda come muoio, guarda come muoio. Allora, a parte Parvati... Parvati... vabbè. Sì, ma... Cazzo, questi menano. Questi forse è di livello troppo alto sta zona, mi viene sto vago dubbio. Sì, però loro sono già schiattati. E che cazzo. Ripigliatevi. Ah, si sono ripresi, dai.
Understood. I'll keep my head down.
Allora, visto che qua tutto mi sa un po' troppo forte, fammi salvare.
Unexpected.
Questi menano, Quanto spazio ho ancora? Questo cibo che sto più potrei venderlo in realtà. Non posso aprire. Non so quanto offensivo, c'è uno scoppettino per il cesso. Oh, buono. Come è morto? Allora, fammi vedere sta cosa. Ma è una merda. Cos'è che fa sta roba? Ingegneria più 15. Ma vaffanculo. Tutto questa zona, va bene. Quindi non mi ricordavo, c'erano delle aree piccoline.
Felix and the vicar are arguing again.
me ne frega anche relativamente un cazzo.
Destination reached. The Groundbreaker.
Poi sono carini nei caricamenti sti cavolo di manifesti qua, tipo.
Heard from the lasses down on 22.
Rizzo's Purpleberry Punch. You want a punch?
Che fai? Te sbronzi
My
sul
comm center
lavoro?
already got an update ping from the backup relay. I trust everything went smoothly. Thanks. That's odd. The only messages in the queue are encrypted ones. Looking at the transmission logs, the relay hasn't received a single unencrypted message in the past 36 months. Must be on account of some new security red tape. Well, whatever's the cause, the board and the Earth Minister will see it sorted. Thanks again for saving my derriere. I secured quite the payment authorization for you from Chief Junlei. Try not to spend it all in one place.
Potrei comprarmela là. Non chiudi. A questo punto, già che sono qui.
CNP Borstwurst. It's not the worst unless it's Borstwurst.
Ah, ma qua c'era
You
la
know
tizia
that
con cui non avevo
sound?
parlato.
I got a full lot.
Ah, dovrei anche iniziare a modificare le armi magari un giorno.
So, how's this work? Do we get a table? Stand in a corner? Okay, so what are we drinking? You're the expert? Oh, and don't worry on the price. I got this. Let's just do it proper.
Allora.
Oh, beer. I guess, yeah, I can do that. Beer can be good. I bet. Bottoms up.
Welcome to a favored pastime of the common masses, Ms. Holcomb. I myself don't imagine you'll care for the flavor.
Ah, this tastes like the underside of a boot. People drink that for fun?
Dai, la birra.
Oh, Captain. I'm pining for June like something fierce. What am I doing? Huh. Yeah. I guess we are that, huh? Friends. Friends give each other counsel, right? What do you think I should do about Junlei? Because I feel about as aimless as an automech with a busted nav chip.
I give counsel to plenty of folks I don't consider to be friends. If you need an ear, Ms. Holcomb, I'm listening.
Well, she talked about another girl, right? Isabel. Mentioned her by name and everything, like she wanted me to know. Maybe I've been making a right fool of myself this whole time. Maybe she's not interested after all. I don't know, I'd call it, sensual. That's a lot. It did. Oh dear, I hadn't really... Oh my goodness. And I told you?
As an avid reader and collector of rare tomes, I believe I ought to have a look at this specimen of literary self-expression.
It was real long and rambly. She was telling me a story about her dad, how a lady named Isabel did all sorts of things to try to win his favor. This Isabel lady never quite managed to get her dad's approval, but they carried on anyways. Made something good out of a bad situation. Then it all went down the tubes. Do you think Junlei still has feelings for her? Thinking so makes me liable to lose my lunch, Captain. I never done this before. A relationship. How do I know if she cares the same way I do? I need another drink. Right now. Before I lose my nerve. Come on, Captain. I'm here to drink. Okay, maybe you're right. I am a little woozy. Hydration, here I come.
Non era acqua
Good
quella.
call. It's best to proceed with a light hand the
Mi
first
sembra
time.
una boccia di tipo di
Shush.
gin.
Oh, Captain, I want to talk to Junlei all the time. Even about silly things, but I'm so scared. Figuring feelings ain't so easy as saying words, Captain. Someone so brave as you, well, you can't understand. Does she think I'm as pretty as I think she's handsome? What if she doesn't like me? What if she does? What if she's still got feelings for that lady, Isabel? What if we get together and she gets bored of me?
Che cazzo ne so, sono qui solo per bere.
Don't you tease me in my moment of
così.
weakness. You know I'm not
Sto
interested in
bloccando
physical
male.
affection. That's... Well, it's tripped folks up in the past. Folks I thought cared about me for me. What if she's not okay with that? What, just move on? Like, snapping your fingers? I don't know. Maybe I got a weak heart. It all just seems... impossible. Yeah, I know you're right. Just wish it were that easy, is all. I'm not used to speaking free with folks. Back in Edgewater, there wasn't no one who wanted to know my mind. Excepting my dad. Gosh, I don't know that I got that in me. Sometimes I feel real mean and... Well, I suppose so, but... I want to be my best self. Well, Captain, this has been... Oh gosh, All right. There's no need to strip your screws over it. Okay. I'm gonna do it. Thanks for hearing me out and giving me counsel. And...
Well, it's not like I could be elsewhere.
Huh. All right. Come on.
Quindi sta questa è finita o... Un'altra cosa, lui dov'è che ce l'ha la quest?
Got it. His name is Reginald Cheney, and he joined a sublight salvage crew. Only he's not listed on the return manifest. Must have made landfall some... Ah, yes. Here. There's a Domus... I should have guessed. What...
You see we had a conveyor?
Dai su che mi è venuta fame. Monarca dove c'erano gli iconoclasti, l'altra fazione, quella che non ero riuscito a metterli in pace la prima volta.
Didn't I request no more fertilizer shipments be brought on board?
Hey, Captain. I hope I wasn't too much bother.
Sì,
at the
un
bar.
po' un pippone, mi
I
si
did have fun,
tirato, però dai.
and I tried some things I never would have otherwise. And I don't feel it today. I guess that water must have worked. I'm glad I had you looking out for me. I messaged Junlei when we got back, and she replied super quick. I reread my message in the morning, and it was unclear. I've ruined things in the past because I didn't say things I should. I want to be honest with her. Oh, isn't she sweet? I ought to go write her back. I mean...
Minchia, quanta esperienza mi ha dato. Quindi... Ma scusa, allora... No, che così poi dopo c'ho tutte le quest almeno da altre parti e vado a fare quelle più tardi, ma... Così qua per un po', magari poi finché non devo tornare a finire le quest non ci torno, però... Arrivo.
Hey, be careful with those crates.
Fammi vedere se altro secondario.
My cart. Those were the... A lot of money.
Ok, sono tutte...
Rizzo Spectre.
Parla con Lily Hagen, però mi dà l'indicatore di là, scusa, In modo stava qua sopra. Come sei spawnato male tu.
If this is something... I don't charge. Very. I like to think of myself as the last honest... ass.
Non è che sei buggata a questo.
I don't...
Scusa, Lily Hagen gestisce bla bla bla. Ho bisogno di qualcuno che possa... Ah, vabbè, devo arrivare a Baia Stellare su Monarch. Ah, ma perché devo prima comprare la chiave. E spendiamo sti 10.000.
CNP Board Potter.
Tanto, dai, ho 13.000, qualcosina mi rimane, molto poco, ma...
Have you had a... You don't hurry up. Fantastic. Do be careful with... You should have a chat with Lilia now. Anytime, sweetheart. You know where to find me.
I'm gonna be able to set foot on a whole other planet? I know Monarch's a moon. I think it counts anyhow.
Monarch is a wretched hive of terrorism and anarchy. We'd best top off our ammo stock before we leave.
Make this conversation. Sure is. One of my guys in Stellar Bay has a lead on... We arranged a drop at the Saltuna warehouse's loading dock. Now, get going. Catherine, one last thing. You'll do fine.
Well, that's...
Oh, così sono anche salito di livello. Allora.
We're not gonna have...
Vedere, non c'ho difetti, Che alcuni ti danno anche dei bonus in realtà, però...
BNP, I can't believe it's not yours.
Welcome back. Do wipe the blood. Welcome back, Captain. Now that you have acquired...
Well done. You'll love Monarch. Exotic climate, violent native species, fascinating culture, really. You'll need to speak with Hiram Blythe. He's known as the information broker, and for good reason. If anyone knows where I can find those chemicals, it's Hiram. I need those chemicals to revive the Hope's colonists. They can help us fight back against the Board. They can help us set things right. If we don't put a stop to the Board, they're going to drive this colony toward a complete societal collapse. You'll see what I mean when you arrive on Monarch. No, never. Monarch is a hotbed of political activity. I can't imagine why Hiram set up shop there. Cuisine, perhaps? You'll want to hire the services of a skilled guide. I recommend a hunter by the name of Nyoka. Frequents the drinking establishments of Stellar Bay. Very hard to miss. Once you have everything you need, make your way to Hiram Blythe's compound. Best of luck.
Ok, quindi questa l'ho finita. Quindi questo è su Monarch. Questo è su Monarch.
We're now in orbit above Roseway, Captain.
Can we talk?
I think I'll initiate an unscheduled...
This Roseway business... Something tells me things didn't end well for the guy who made the What's there to know, Captain? Shady corporate town cut up and With a lot of these companies, the thrashing you... doesn't exactly... If you say so, I'm... Anyway, we might as well take a look. Something on...
Vabbè, in teoria le quest secondarie me le dovrebbero... Allora... Portiamoci lei, visto che mi voleva parlare.
No security. Not that I'm complaining.
Quant'era grossa sta mappa? Vabbè dai, niente di che. Quindi a questo punto ciao a tutti, Aza, se ci sei ancora, dai, buon pranzo, se sei riuscito, se riesci. Ci sentiamo dopo, domani. Ciao a tutti, buon pomeriggio, a più tardi, a dopo.